And so let's make sure we talk about the things that keep you stuck and keep you in the house or keep you from logging on to networks and so on and so forth. What are the things that that you all have experienced? And I want you to just put it in the chat, just what things, how feelings that you may have had that keep you from opening yourself up to new networks and new people. Just go ahead and put that information in the chat. It could be anything. Mostly that I will tell you, it comes out of the camp that, fear, blame, shame, or guilt. Somewhere along the lines, something has happened, or something has happened to you in the past that has allowed you to that fear of rejection. Right, I get that. Very, very important. Other things have happened that makes you feel like, maybe you have imposter syndrome, or maybe you feel like you're not ready because you don't know enough, or you don't have the energy that you need to have. There's so many things. Just go and put whatever things are stopping you from doing your absolute best at becoming a great networker. All anxiety of making a bad impression. I've seen that one quite a bit. And as you guys are posting these things, I'm going to share with you some techniques that I found that will help you deal with them. Now, there's a thing about your feelings, right? Your feelings are your feelings, and there's nothing wrong with your feelings. You have to be able to accept your feelings. They're there for a reason. They're there usually to protect you from the big bad wolf, right? So, you got to make sure that your feelings, you acknowledge your feelings, but you don't let your feelings stop you from doing things that you need to do. And so let's talk about that fear feeling, first of all. It's difficult to be fearful of what you know, right? If you worry about somebody rejecting you, usually means you don't know what they love. And if you know what they love, and you could present or come up to them with an idea or a thought process that makes sense to them, then you're going to be able to engage in them in conversation with them as meaningful. Here's the problem. We don't know what the people that we want to network with are already in love with. We don't know what they're already engaged in. We don't know what they're already putting their time, talent, treasure, and trust in. And so what you have to do first, if you look at that chart, the first thing you got to do is learn how to listen. You've got to do your research, your homework, and you've got to pay attention to the people out there that you hope to win to your team. You hope to win them to your side, whatever your side is or whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. You have to listen to what they're already doing. And I'll give you a perfect example. Now, if you happen to be pumping gas at the gas station and you're getting gas for your car, or in today's day, right, you got your electricity plugged up, right? You're getting your electric juice, right, for your car. All right. And you happen to be there. And let's say you are in the area that you're absolutely familiar with. You've been here for years, you know every road, you know every bridge, you know how to get to almost everything within a 30-mile radius. And someone shows up. And you, by the way, it's a clear, open, wonderful Sunday, and there's nothing, you're not doing anything. You don't have anything on the agenda except you're gonna come out, maybe get some gas, maybe take the car to the car wash, maybe stop by, get a cup of coffee at Starbucks. You're just relaxing, right? You're not, it's nothing pressure going on. You don't have any big things. When somebody comes to you to the gas station or the electric pump and they're all harried and hopeless, they're like late to a meeting or a wedding or something important that they gotta get to. And they don't know where they are. They're lost. And they say, can you help me get to this specific place, this specific address that I have? Now, typically, if you're like most human beings, you're going to run through a range of emotions, right? First of all, after you size them up and figure out that they're not dangerous, right? They're not representing a threat and they literally legitimately need help. Then typically what most of us will do is we'll engage in that process and go, oh my God, I know exactly how to get you where you need to go. All you got to do is go down this street and take a left and go down that street, make about 2 miles, and you're going to make a right. And when you see the dog sitting next to the bush, you're going to make a left. And when you go down the hill, you're going to see the valley and you're going to go through that. Don't worry about that. You're going to make it right at the red post. And you're going to know because you know the area that well, right? How many of you all feel like you would be offended if somebody asked you for directions to someplace that you absolutely knew how to get them to and you didn't have any other thing to do that day? Would anybody be offended?
Yeah.
I'm just checking. You know, put again 2 for no or 1 for yes in the chat. Let me see if you'll be offended. Look at that. See, you're normal people. Think about this. Networking is no different. You're asking someone else to help you. You're asking someone else to support you. You're asking someone else to help you move in a direction, but you don't know that they can support you. And that's the problem. You haven't done your homework.